Okay, and because our right function here is going to be almost the same as our brightness function, I'm just going to copy and paste everything, put it into the our brightness function here. Okay, so the things we need to change here is we got this new input parameter. We're setting the display to 100%. So we want to replace that. And that's wrong. That needs placing the wrong thing here. We're using my character. We need to replace that with 100%. And I mean 100. And that was what? Yeah, our data bus was set equal to that. So we'll be writing our byte to the data bus. And remember also that A2 needs to be brought low, as this is a control word. So we'll bring A2 low, and then we'll write a byte telling it to set its brightness to maximum. Okay, so we're enabling the chip. I'm not even sure if we have to do that again, but probably. Put it in just to be sure. Our delay. I keep a read high even though we're not using read. And then it ignores, when you use a control word, it actually ignores A0 and A1. We're putting it in anyways. And A2 we're bringing low. We'll send the byte to represent the maximum brightness, and then we'll write it to the display. So just to review, we have our write function. We have our little heartbeat test function. So basically on our board we'll have the LED will come up, flash a couple of times. That's the first thing we'll do after, and then we'll reset the chip, and then we have our we'll set the brightness first actually, and then we'll write a digit, a letter or something to the display. So we've written the methods. Now we need to call them in the main function. So I'm going to call the test, my test, actually, we're going to call the my test function first. Put it up here in the main. So that will set our LED off a couple of times. And because I like delays so much, stick a delay in here. Probably don't need it. So I'll call my test function, short delay, reset the chip, then we'll call the we'll set the brightness by calling the brightness function or method or whatever. And we'll send it a hex. We'll set the brightness. You can see over here, you send the byte. The full brightness is pins D1 and D0 need to go high. Doesn't care about these ones, and D7, D6 are low. So I'll send it a hex 3. Because if you remember your hex, 3 will set the far 2, 2 to the 0, and 2 to the 1. It'll set those, which is equal to hex 3. It'll set those high. Everything else will be 0. That should give us full brightness. And then after we set the brightness, we are going to finally write something to the display. Now to write something to the display, go down to our little chart here. Has all our letters, our symbols, our numbers. So you have your hex from the highest, your ASCII characters, your hex digits, your pins the highest to the lowest. And so I'm going to write this funky little symbol here. So that will be, remember your highest is over here, so that'll be a 0 and an 8. That should give us this little symbol here. If everything goes well. Okay, I just ran build. You can see I got a ton of errors in here. As soon as I ran it, I remembered, oops, I have to declare my prototypes for these new functions I wrote. I've already did the right functions, so I made 2 more new functions, and I need to declare them. No return on this one. And also our brightness. Put its prototype in. Save, tools, make all. Alright, I've still got problems here, but less than I had before. Alright, so I've got set brightness, implicit declaration of function, and also conflicting types. So I've put my prototype down here in the wrong place. So let's get that out of there. Put it up here where it's supposed to be. Alright, save it, make it, it's getting smaller, each one's getting smaller. Alrighty. Alright, undeclared first use of this here. What's wrong with this? Doi. I've got the letter O instead of a number. The color code should have told me that. Alrighty, save it, run it, make it again. Alright, looks like we've gotten rid of most of the errors here. Looks good. Alright, so just to review here, we've set our outputs properly for our ports and our single pin. Going to the LED, created a test heartbeat function, make sure that we're flashing the chip properly, and then we reset the display Set a reset signal to it, and then we'll set the brightness to the display, and then we will write a character. Okay, in the next video I'll show you the hardware setup that I had, and we'll flash this program into the chip, and then I will look at the results, and then I'll change, write a different hex number. We'll just pick one randomly from the chart. I'll enter it here. You won't see it, this part. You'll just see the hardware on the breadboard, but I'll write a couple different hex numbers and see if they show up on the display properly. Alright, see ya.